But let's move on to the Pacers, a team that just knocked it out.
Weirdly, it seems like they're just doing everything like quiet and like nobody's giving them a ton of attention, but smart move after smart move and value too is the other
Larry
thing.
fucking Bird is a great GM. I mean,
which I don't expect to ever hear because he's boneheaded moves in the past.
Name the last player to GM that did this well. John Paxson didn't do it. I mean, I've been looking at this. I mean, they signed Al Jefferson for 3 years, $30 million. Do you guys?
I feel like he regrets that deal.
Yeah, probably. But do you like the Al Jefferson pickup?
Absolutely. I absolutely love the pickup. I don't think there's anything like pure value-wise. Look, Al Jefferson's old, but he can still score. I mean, that's at the end of the day, this Pacers team adds scoring, adds veteran leadership, and another big down low. So I really, every move they made this offseason is direct. It has a reasoning behind it. It's easy to follow. And it just improves the team. Not one time have I been like, this is a step back for them. I don't see that.
And I mean, to answer your question, the only other player I can think of that front office / coaching wise, Steve Kerr. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. He was in the Suns front office, did well. Now he's doing well coaching. But to me, who was the one guy the Pacers I said should go out for, who was a big name? Al Horford. Well, Al Jefferson, fits a need that you want, but you don't have to spend as much as if you were going for Al Horford. And this is a team that I kind of find it funny. You bring up Larry Bird and how he's knocking it out of the park. Well, it's funny, Larry Bird coming from Boston, used to play there. Boston not doing so well. So right now it looks like the two sides of it where we looked at the draft, Danny Ainge failed, and Larry Bird hit it out of the ballpark by trading for Jeff Teague. And now in free agency, they hit it out of the ballpark by getting Jefferson. What do the Celtics have? If we don't get KD, we're fucked.
Well, no, if they get Horford, I think that's just still a good free agency.
They're bringing in the big gun Tom Brady to bring him to Boston.
KD.
That's what they're doing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Horford hasn't
get Boston.
locked up anything yet.
They're bringing Brady there, so that means it's a big deal in Boston.
Yeah, I think Larry Bird currently has best Boston player over Danny Ainge. Obviously, yeah. I think maybe he's got best GM over Danny Ainge right now. But I love the move for Jeff Teague, obviously. I love the move for Al Jefferson. If Paul George can stay healthy,
and Thad Young.
I mean,
this has been a really good offseason for them, adding some guys who've been in the league. So they go for the...
And Montelis is still there.
Montelis, we'll see about that one.
Yeah, I don't know if he really fits in there. Maybe they make it.
This is a team that now... I know they made the playoffs already, but I was like, look, now they're in serious contention because you've got a bunch of guys who've put up points, who've put up boards, who've put up numbers for teams around the league. They're not all homegrown talent, which is kind of weird because for a while there they seem to have a really good pipeline of young talent, but they're in a win now mode, and I think Paul George has the assets around him to make some very, very deep runs in the playoffs.
And they gave the Raptors some goddamn hell in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, they did. They should have won that series. Frankly,
and now the Raptors lost Bismack Biyombo.
What was that? Game 6 was the one where it was that final shot that should have that got waved off for the Pacers. But yeah, this is the way I see this is the Pacers' gain. But Al Jefferson, the bigger loss goes to a team we mentioned when we were talking future playoff teams, the Hornets. And that's the reason why they could fall, because Jefferson was a good fit with Kaminsky, let Frank the Tank kind of stretch outside. It's another reason why Charlotte may fall out of the playoffs, gives Indiana a chance to move up.
Well, we'll see what Zeller can do. And maybe they go kind of with a quicker lineup here because, Zeller will be quicker than Al Jefferson, obviously, because Jefferson's just older.
No, but Jefferson was able to be in the paint.
Oh, no, he was.
And Frank could kind of sway out and hit those shots he likes to take.
No, you're definitely not wrong there. I'm just more trying to defend that move. But yeah,
I still think the Hornets aren't a playoff team anymore.
We'll get to that later when we see all the dust settling and that. But I love what the Pacers are doing, and I could see them jump up to the 3 seed possibly. Because
they were only 3 out of the 4 teams that were tied at 9 games back.
Yeah, and when we were questioning the Heat whether they can even bring in back Dwayne Wade, we're not sure about the whole Kevin Durant situation. We'll touch on that later, and obviously the Hassan Whiteside stuff. But again, Chris Bosh might not be playing. We look at Boston. We were questioning, did Isaiah Thomas really overachieve there? You look at Atlanta. They're losing Horford, and Horford. I would say Horford's a little bit better than Howard right now, so there's obviously a little dip there.
I'd like to think Atlanta can get better this year.
I'm not saying they can't.
No, okay, fair enough.
I'm just saying there's obviously room for the Pacers.
Howard had a worse year than Horford did definitely last year.
I'm just trying to say there's obviously room for the Pacers to make that jump up.
Possibly 3 to 5 right now, depending on how Atlanta and Boston can do in the season. Because
Boston's is good.
if they get KD, let's be honest, number 2 in the East, but
But they're not gonna get-
They're not going
They're not
to.
gonna go.
Sorry, Tom Brady's not going to help you. But
Yet.
If they
Right
plug
now,
in,
it's just-
it's the question of,
it's Atlanta and Boston. Yeah.
well, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I love what the Pacers are doing though, and I think the Pacers can be the second best team in the Central. It's hard to they're not going to beat the Cavs, but I think they can definitely upset the Cavs maybe this year, or maybe like at least once.
Better team than the Pistons? They were only 1 game better
Yes, they're
this
better
year.
than the Pistons.
Okay.
Just because you have Paul George.
'Cause
you have Paul George.
Paul George really stepped
Drummond's
out.
great, but you have
Because the Pistons are a team we were all high on this year. We think they're going to make strides
And they
in
added
the next
Ish.
coming year. And they added Dave's favorite player in Ish.
Ish. Ish.
Well, he's better than a 40-year-old Steve Blake, right?
Anything. I'm better than Steve Blake right now. I think the Pacers are going to do well. I think the Pacers have done well. I think that Larry Bird knocked it out of the park, and I think this can definitely be a threatening team.
They get a gold star.
in the East. They do get a gold star. You get a gold star right here for Indiana. They'll probably be a top team when free agency all settles here.